Good morning from hell. I'm Chris, and I died a while ago.
It's my turn.
And my eternal punishment.
No, stop.
Is what?
It's my turn.
Okay.
Good morning from hell. It's me, Clayton. All right, go ahead, Chris. You can do your thing. I forgot the rest of it. I forgot.
And my eternal punishment is to do this podcast for all eternity.
Yep.
Where we interview everyone in hell.
Every single one of them. That's right. And I'm Clayton, the more popular of the duo, founder of this podcast. Shut up, Chris. Brother of Satan, but, you know, I have other more important, prestigious titles. Go ahead, Chris. List off all of my accolades. Go ahead.
Clayton.
Yep, that's my name. That's not an accolade. That's my name.
Former vice president of hell.
No, I didn't quite make the cut.
Third place in the Saturday morning billiards contest.
That's enough of that, Chris. That's enough of that. Yeah, I give you the opportunity to curry my favor, which, can we talk about currying favor? Because I've always just assumed that was you're just giving someone the delicious South Asian dish, curry.
Have there been situations in which you have just given people curry?
For centuries, I thought currying favor meant you gave someone curry in order to win their heart. Yeah, anyways, a lot of brown stains later, it didn't work out. So
yeah, it's starting to understand why you didn't win that election.
Okay, all right. Whoa, Mr. Funny Man, Mr. Funny Guy, you're the one that's in hell. You're working for me. Let's see, what is this week? Oh, hey, whoa, we're like a week out from Thanksgiving, Chris.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
It's always a sad time.
Like in general, like it always has been, or is it because you're in hell?
Oh, geez, that's actually a good question.
Yeah, I know. This is a podcast. This is where we ask questions.
Yeah. No, I would say it's worse in hell because.
Oh, I'd hope so.
You know, Thanksgiving can always be kind of hit or miss depending upon how the dynamic is with family. If you get into like arguing politics or anything like that, it's not as much fun. But in hell, it's never fun.
No, never. Yeah. I mean, actually, you know, if you could give us like a peek behind the Demarais curtain, you know, what kind of foods were you eating and what kind of foods are you eating now?
It's a lot of that, you know, Thanksgiving dinner from Whole Foods.
Yeah.
That's like pre-made.
Uh-huh.
It's pretty good.
Would you say that your current meal selection for Thanksgiving in hell is better or worse than what you were eating before you went to the Whole Foods?
Yeah, well, I mean, most of the time we'll go to your mom's house,
yep.
Lucy, and there's a turkey, but a lot of times it's just, you know how like you stuff the turkey?
Yeah,
it's just eating the turkey's butthole, so it's kind of like eating turkey butt.
Yeah.
But it's not like stuffing, it's just stuffed with, it's just the shit of the turkey. It's just like, that's what I eat at the kids' table.
Actually, Chris, that was my curry. That was the curry that I used to curry favor with. But I'm glad to know that you think it's shit. That's great. That's great to know that my cooking is that bad. I appreciate that, Chris.
Since, you know, we're talking about roasting turkeys over an open flame, what if we roasted someone from our Patreon?
That's a great segue, Chris. That's a great segue. Okay, let me pull up our spreadsheet here. So just as a reminder, if you follow us on Patreon, which you can go to at goodmorningfromhell.com, you can sign up and you can say, hey, I want to be roasted. Hey, make fun of me. And I also, just so that we're all clear, I have several steps where it's like, are you sure you want to get roasted? Are you sure you're not going to cry and piss your pants because we're bullying you? Are you sure that I'm not going to get some sort of lawsuit or whatever? And you know, for the most part, everybody's like, yeah, no, go for it. So
yeah. The lawsuit is an important part. That's why everything's allegedly.
Yes, exactly. Allegedly. All right. This week we have someone that goes by the name Orange.
What?
Okay. Orange is a retired athlete that found games and never went back. Been enjoying Hell's Number One podcast since it began, and I'm excited to see where you all go after the war.
Does Orange speak in the third person?
To be honest, I read that kind of fucked up. I don't know if I'm not fully committing to speaking in their voice, but I'm also not fully committing to the third person, so that's on me. I'm going to take that roast, Chris. I'm going to take that bullet for Orange. I will point out, though, they're very vague about what kind of athletics they participated in, and the fact that they said, oh, I found video games and I never went back. I'm calling bullshit. I don't think they were an athlete. And if they were an athlete, it was probably some obscure sport like Quidditch or whatever that fucking dumb sport thing is.
I was an athlete.
Oh, yeah? Well, tell me about that.
I played T-ball. So I'm just as qualified as Orange.
I mean, they didn't specify if they were a professional athlete, if they were like minor league, if they were...
mathlete.
I'm just going to imagine that they were one of those kids that run around in a football field with a broom shoved halfway up their ass, and then they're chasing around some balls, you know? Anyways, their hobbies include being a systems engineer, dungeon master, cosplay personal assistant, and writer. Yeah, you're definitely not an athlete. I'm sorry. There you are. I'm so full of shit.
Every bit more of information we get about Orange only confirms the obvious.
Yeah, that they are not an athlete. What do you think they cosplay as? Wait, okay, hold on. It says,
an athlete. That's what they cosplay as an athlete.
They say cosplay personal assistant. I assumed that they were cosplayer, comma, personal assistant. But no, they just say that they're a personal assistant, I'm assuming, for a cosplayer.
What is that?
There's a lot of the mystery to this entry. They also said that they're a writer. Again, didn't specify. I'm just assuming that they write whatever the fuck this is. And it's not very good, so they're a bad writer. Okay, on to a personal confession story. For my 16th birthday party, my parents did a scavenger hunt where I had to do random tasks and puzzles to get presents. One of the tasks was to call an unknown number, the teenage daughter of my dad's coworker, and read through instructions on a piece of paper I was given. The instructions was how to use a tampon.
Oh.
This was done in front of all my friends, girlfriend, and parents of my friends. My dad loves this story and tells it all the time.
Wow, sounds like your parents hate you.
Yeah, it sounds like for the 16th birthday, your parents gave you sexual harassment. So, wow. Great. Your parents really enjoyed you.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that they didn't give them instructions on how to use a condom because they were thinking retrospectively, wow, I wish we had used one so that we didn't have Orange. Okay. All right, that's enough of that. Thank you, Orange, for being a Patreon. I hope that was a sufficient scorching.
It really means a lot that we can make fun of you with your support.
Yeah. Yeah, with your consent. Legally. Not allegedly.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
So now that we're done with business, let's get down to business. Who are we having on this week?
Okay, well, I'm glad that you bring up business because, Chris, you are our store manager.
Yes. Store.goodmorningfromhell.com. All the good merch is there.
All that merch that is good? ? This is kind of an employee review. We've done this before on past episodes, but we're doing it again because you've been doing a terrible job. You're fucking terrible at your job.
Yeah.
No, don't be proud.
No,
Wipe
but
that fucking smile off your face.
No, but that's how hell is. It's like everything's in reverse. It's like...
Oh, yeah, except for when you're actually running an actual business that people can actually find on Spotify and an actual store that they can actually go to at store.goodmorningfromhell.com. That's not a joke. We need to do better, and you're doing terrible, okay? You feeling me? Okay. You launched a red shirt line that was actually pink.
Yeah,
that was your first fuck up. That was early on.
Several pinks.
There's
so many pinks available.
Oh, I'm so glad you got all those shades of pink. It's still fucking pink. It's not red. Oh, we're a new business. We've relaunched. Our store is back. And I say, Chris, go make me a 666 shirt. And what did you do, Chris? What did you do?
I made it's a 666 shirt from some perspectives.
Oh, wow. That's a great way of putting that because you actually had the shirt printed upside down. It says 999. It has our logo also upside down. So the only person that can actually read it is the fucking idiot wearing the shirt because they agreed to buy the stupid fucking shirt. Because you fucked up, Chris. You fucked up. Bad, Chris. Bad.
I don't know.
Chris is terrible at his job. So this week, I am bringing on the inventor of Black Friday. Come on in here.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Oh.
That's so lovely to be on a podcast here.
It's so lovely to have a professional that knows what they're doing.
Oh, yeah. I've been doing this a long time.
Yeah, I mean, Black Friday's been around for a bit. I mean, it's been a global phenomenon, yeah.
Oh, global phenomenon. We're working our ways into Black Friday on a Thursday. People are having Black Fridays every day of the week because Black Friday is such a hit. And also because it's not based on the day, it's based on my name. I'm Curt Friday.
Oh,
wait.
Okay.
It's not even about Friday?
So when I was coming up early on in my hell career, you know, there was Black Monday, there was the Black Plague.
Right.
The what?
You know the Black Plague from the Middle Ages and such.
Yeah.
All the millions of people dying, half of Europe desecrated.
Yeah.
And I told my wife, Edna, oh man, I wish I had one of those disasters with, you know, black in front.
Yeah.
And I said, I'll never be as big as the Black Plague. And Edna said, don't you give up on yourself, Curt.
Wow.
And I said, well, what if we just overcharged for things one day of the year, and then we pretended like it was a sale? And she said, that's it.
Wow.
Take that straight to Satan.
Does Edna share your last name?
Edna Friday, yes. We were married in in 1137.
Like AM or
and it's
PM?
been no, the year.
Oh, wait, so you're from the Black Plague. Like, you're like...
Oh, yeah. In that era, there weren't a lot of opportunities for us common folk, so we were both shit tasters.
Oh, shit tasters.
Yeah, we tasted the soil and made sure the soil was good for the crop.
Yeah, Chris dabbles, Chris
And
dabbles.
that was a respectable vocation at that time.
yeah.
I looked at her with a mouthful of poo, and I thought to myself, that is the woman I want to marry. She had a touch of leprosy at the time.
Oh, yeah.
Just a touch. That's how you get it, though.
After I picked up her nose, I said, that was the most beautiful nose I've ever seen.
Wow.
Said, what a lovely woman. That's the one for me.
That's beautiful.
So she's the one that made me get into retail. She said, you're so good with the shit. Why not sell some shit?
That's beautiful.
So you invented Black Friday. Is that what you were tasked with?
No, for about 900 years or so, I was in charge of just when older men, when they're peeing at the urinal, they zip up their clothes and then a little bit more pee comes out.
Yeah.
Oh, the
That'll be
dribble.
your job.
Yeah.
Making sure a little bit more pee comes out.
A respectable position. That's a good job, you know?
I was happy doing that. I was happy being in charge of that, just squeezing the prostate a little bit so the little bit of pee comes out. And I was doing that for about 900 years.
Yeah.
And I told Edna, I gotta be doing something more with my life. And she said, well, you're in hell. You know, you have your whole afterlife in front of you. No reason to be upset about it. So the next day, I went into the front office. I said, Satan, I'd like to do more. He said, why do you want to do more? You're already doing so well with the squeezing the piss. I said, give me some time to think about it because I want to have my own. I want to make my mark on the world. I want to make my Black Plague.
Yeah, not just marking someone's pants. You want to make your mark on the world.
I don't, because the marks that I was making was just that little tiny circle of piss.
Yeah. No, Chris knows what you're talking about. He's got them all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got one right there. Look at it.
So
yeah.
Yeah, sometimes we play catch with my prostates.
Oh, that's... Well, you better make that a clean catch or else it's going to be spraying you in the face.
Yeah, we know.
So, yeah, I thought, well, people are shopping these days. So why not do something around shopping?
Yeah.
Who did you talk to? Like, how do you go about starting Black Friday?
Well, you know how it's harder to get things done on Earth when you're up in hell. So I said, hey, is there anybody that would be so discontent in their life on Earth that they'd be willing to help out hell a little bit? And they said, sure, retail workers in big box stores.
Yeah.
So we just sort of sent the memo out to everyone, hey, how about we do this right after Thanksgiving so that people, you know, they're talking about how thankful they are, and then we can remind them that actually they're not.
But like...
Because I had been looking for a reason to cause a stampede that wasn't a natural disaster or anything like that.
Yeah.
And I thought, wouldn't it be neat if we could cause a stampede inside just because people wanted the same 720p TV?
Yeah. Man, that's brilliant. You know, capitalism is already evil. You know, money's the root of all evil and all that.
Oh, I don't think so. I think money's just fine, especially if it causes hatred within people.
Oh, okay.
So...
Wise.
I mean, but... What was your name again?
It's Curt Friday, Chris.
Curt, I mean, were you always evil?
Oh, I'm not evil. I'm just somebody that loves people shopping.
Yeah.
I love people getting upset. I love people getting trampled. I love people fighting over meaningless goods. I'm a good person.
Yeah, and if that's evil, then, you know, call me Vladimir Putin, you know?
Well, but yeah, I mean, you are in hell.
Yeah.
You are like a demon. So yeah. You are evil. Like, right?
Yeah. Well, no.
But I'm just saying, it's like, are you intentionally trying to just cause...
You're in hell. Would you call yourself evil?
Oh!
No.
Turn the tables,
no.
Chris. Yeah, why are you in hell? Let's talk about you, Chris.
We got to turn
Please
this podcast around. Maybe you need to be getting some self-love in this. Like, I'm proud of what I do.
Yeah, Chris, are you? Can you say the same?
I do the world a service. Without me, people wouldn't be leaving their stupid Thanksgiving dinners to go and get 10% off on a Ninja blender.
That's right.
Yeah, well, but look, I'm proud of what I do too. What would the world be without podcasting?
Yeah, okay. Well, making a very strong case there, Chris.
Well, I mean, that is a question. Like, what would the world be without three guys just improvising comedy bits and laughing at themselves? Oh, yeah, we need one more of those. Yeah,
Probably be better, yeah.
You're saying that I'm evil, and the fact that you have been able to fleece people out of their hard-earned money to support this work.
Well,
It shows that there's hope for you.
Thank you,
well,
Curt.
I don't consider it fleecing, and I don't exactly know what that means, but I don't consider.
No, Chris, we got to call it for what it is. We are absolutely robbing and scamming people.
No, we're just,
You're not providing a service.
Well,
you're talking at people,
Chris,
with things that you don't even prepare. You don't even remember the names of the guests.
That'll get cut.
During the vaccine rollout during the pandemic, they weren't vaccinating the frontline comedians and podcasters, okay? We're not exactly an essential service, so Kurt's on to a couple of things. Let's be real.
Well, at least no one is dying.
Well, people are going to die all the time.
Right.
So why not in the place that they love, going after a video game console that they love?
Well,
That's what a good person does.
That is because. Do you think no one wants to die at a department store buying some crappy merch?
What do you have for proof? How do you know that, Chris?
That's not true.
1 second.
All right, well, I don't know where Chris ran off to, but while we're already in the spirit of savings and sales, hey, let's talk about a word from our sponsor. This week, it's Hero Forge. That's right. Hero Forge's 10th anniversary sale is happening right now, and it's running through the month of November. And you can celebrate 10 years of custom character creation by creating your own customizable tabletop miniature over at Hero Forge. Hero Forge has dozens of fantasy species and thousands of parts to choose from, all within your web browser. They're incredible. I made a little Clayton statue. It's me. He's so cute. He's red like a little devil and demon. And he's also holding up a series of weapons that are very lethal and very cool. During the sale, you can save up to 20% on physical miniatures, and you can also save up to 50% on digital miniatures and STL files. So in case you don't already know, STL digital downloads are perfect for the 3D printer enthusiasts looking to print their own physical minis in the comfort of their own home. So if you don't want to leave to go to your mailbox to pick up an awesome miniature that they sent to you, Hero Forge is constantly expanding its catalog of customization options, from adding new parts every week to major features like new species and custom posings. That's pretty cool. You can add custom colors, patterns, decals, and then prepare for adventure once your box arrives. The colored plastic miniatures are printed using color photopolymers. That's a big word that I just learned, meaning no paintbrush is required to bring your character to life. That's right. These guys are beautiful and vibrant and amazing. We love Hero Forge. So visit HeroForge.com during their 10th anniversary sale to save up to 20% on physical miniatures and up to 50% on digital miniatures and STL files. Sale ends November 30th. Restrictions apply. See site for details. And thank you, Hero Forge, for sponsoring us. This week, we also wanted to shout out another podcast that you should absolutely check out. It's the Cult Podcast. Join Paige Wesley and Armando Torres every Monday to hear all about a new group of fanatics and their insane leaders. These goofy jokes and horrifying subjects are a great way to remember, don't drink the Kool-Aid. We got a lot of friends of the show on Cult Podcast. I'm not talking about Paige Wesley and Armando Torres. Fuck those guys. I'm talking about Charles Manson. Heaven's Gate. Sound familiar? Maybe the Bethel Church. All sorts of fun people that are actually horrifying cult leaders. And you can hear about their terrifying stories, but from a comedic angle, because Paige and Armando, despite their best efforts, are very funny. So you should go check them out. It's a very well-researched, very well-produced show. Comes out every Monday. You can find it wherever you find podcasts. And you can also go to their webpage. It's cultpodcastshow.com. So thank you, Cult Podcast, and thank you, Hero Forge. Oh, okay. All right, Chris is back.
All right. I'd like y'all to meet. What was your name again?
Oh, my name is Chit Ohio.
Chit Ohio.
Chit Ohio?
Oh, you betcha.
Okay.
Chit Ohio. Tell them your story.
Oh, my story. Oh, it's a real horror story. Are you sure you're ready to hear it?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, we're a podcast. We got to fill time. Chet, go ahead.
Lordy. I went out, I want to say at least 4 or 5 years ago, I went out and here's the thing. My intention was to get a good deal on Black Friday. So I went out on a Tuesday. That's the thing. I got there on a Tuesday. I was the 13th person in line, lucky number 13, I said.
Yeah.
And so I said, this should be good for me. So I held out. I held my urine, and I waited a couple days. Oh, I missed dinner with my family.
Yeah, missed Thanksgiving, yeah.
I heard a word from my mother about that one, I'll tell you that much. But I missed the stuffing. I missed the turkey. I missed the potatoes. I missed the cranberry sauce.
You missed Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I missed Thanksgiving.
We get it, Chet.
Yeah.
You missed important time with your family.
Yeah. What was I talking about?
Black Friday.
Oh, right, Black Friday. So I'm waiting in the line. You know what the temperature was? You know what it came to that Thursday night?
I mean, I can't place your accent, but I'm imagining it was up north, so probably cold.
Oh, no, this was in Venezuela.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
So it was nice, actually.
Okay.
Pretty good sleep. It was a pretty good sleep. But then, so here we come. And now I see the employees. They're going into the door because they say they're going to open at 2 a.m. Black Friday early. So when they see them milling about inside of the Best Buy, we all perk up, the first 20 of us, when we say, okay, here we go.
Game time.
And so we're lined up. Let me tell you this much. It's chaos right away. And there must have been at least 2,500 people behind me.
Wow.
2,500 people.
It's ridiculous.
All shuffling into that Venezuelan Best Buy.
Can you imagine it? It's like a Chapel Roan concert. Just rushing in on you. And I'm at the front, I'm at the peak of the whole line there. And I'm rushing in. Someone steps on my ankle, okay?
Oh.
I'm in the TV aisle, and I go down like a sack of potatoes.
Oh.
Did I mention I didn't get to have any of the potatoes the night before either?
Yeah.
You did mention that, Chet. You did mention that.
So I didn't have any of the potatoes, so I go down like a sack of potatoes, and I'm screaming, help, help, which is ayudar in Venezuela, right?
Yeah.
And so I'm screaming for help, and no one's helping me. They're stomping me. I'm getting boots in my face. I got my orbital socket crushed. I got my ankle shattered to 1,000 pieces. It's like getting broken upon the wheel, you know? They took out every one of my joints. I'm just a hideous blob on the ground of this Best Buy, bleeding out of every single hole. It's disgusting. It's a living nightmare.
Did anyone stop to even help?
Well, I started screaming for a manager. I said, help, Best Buy manager. He comes by, spits in my eye.
Oh. Wow.
He said, don't you know what's happening right now? It's Black Friday. We don't have time to help on Black Friday. We only have time for deals. And so I'm lying there, a big hideous mess. I could feel the life draining out of my body. Everything broken, but still aware. The brain was strong, so I was still aware, you know.
Tough skull.
Well, the skull was shattered to 1,000 bits, but I was conscious of the pain. I was conscious of the pain. Okay, and so there I am as I'm dying, life dripping out of my body. What do I see through my broken eyes?
Your family.
No, hidden beneath the bottom shelf. A 47-inch plasma that no one noticed.
Whoa.
And so with my broken fingers, I reach out and I get my hands around it. And I pull it towards me, and you know what I see?
What, Chet?
A Black Friday rebate. I could get this 47-inch plasma for only $79.99. Retail, $499.
Wow.
Yeah, and I hold it tight as I slowly pass away. And you know what I'm thinking? My final thoughts?
Family? I don't know.
Your family and how tragic it is that you died this way.
No.
It's the TV?
It's the TV and how worth it this all was.
No.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's Chet. That was a harrowing story, but you just proved our
I
point.
rest my case.
Best night of my life.
Yeah, I rest my case.
But, you know, like...
Just asking you, what was the resolution of that TV?
Oh, it was probably 720, I think.
720p.
720.
I know it. I know
That's
it.
HD, not full HD, but HD nonetheless.
Yeah, but like, what about your family?
Oh, family comes and goes, but Black Friday deals only happen once per year.
That's right. That's right. Man.
Yeah.
Wow. Imagine the garage you could have stuck that 48-inch screen in.
Oh, I can see it. I can see it when I close my shattered eyelids.
Yeah.
Ripped to shreds.
No, you still kept your form. You still look like the way you came in.
Oh,
Shattered
yeah.
and broken.
Yep.
But my God, you got that TV right there, don't you, Chet?
Oh, I brought it with me. You betcha. They say you can't take it with you, but I'd argue you can. If you get it on Black Friday, you can.
Incredible story, Chet. Incredible.
Chet, Curt Friday, the inventor of Black Friday. Oh. And just wanted to say, you are the reason I do what I do.
Oh,
so
Curt, that means so much.
thank you for your support. I was watching your funeral, and I watched them slide that 720p 48-incher into your casket as they buried you.
Yep.
And I just wanted to say, you make everything worth it.
Well,
I've a lot of people have been trampled in the history of Black Friday, but your trampling just brought a little tear to my eye because I was like, that's why I do it.
Wow.
That's why I do it.
Can I just say a thank you to you too? Because there's no way I would have been able to afford that casket if I hadn't saved so much on the TV. They would have just rolled me right into the ditch, that's for sure.
Yeah. You know, they say don't meet your heroes, but look at this beautiful moment.
Yeah.
Chris, thank you for this. I don't know what your intent was.
Got a great casket and a great deal on a Zenith. So
That was the brand.
Incredible. Zenith, good brand. Not
Yeah.
sponsored, but wow. Way to go, Chris. This is beautiful. Thanks, Chad.
No,
Thanks, Chad.
Oh, thank you for letting me share my story.
Yeah, no, it really helped my point.
Yep. And I can't wait for the next one.
It's in like a week and a half, so you better start lining up, Chet, okay?
Oh, I got my lawn chair ready to go.
All right. That's awesome, Chet. What a beautiful story. Chris, I don't know what the intent was. You bringing Chet in, but
Yeah,
I'm
I don't
glad you
know
did.
either.
Yeah.
I don't know. That didn't play out the way I thought.
it did it? And, it is awfully rude to bring podcast guests on and then with all of the gotcha questions of aren't you the most evil?
Well,
Yeah.
I
And
wasn't
then,
saying the
you
most.
see what the work I do?
You put the words most. I said it's kind of evil, I think.
Chris, I don't know what this TMZ bullshit is you're trying to pull with this gotcha journalism, but I'm not going to have it on my podcast, okay? I'm not going to have
This is why
that.
you're having such a hard time getting guests.
Exactly. So anyways, Curt, let's talk about how we can make more sales on our Black Friday store, huh?
Okay, let me take a look at the store. What do you got here? First of all,
Yeah.
you don't have any TVs.
No.
So you gotta sell at least 5 TVs.
Okay, all right.
5? Like 5 different types or just 5 TVs?
No, they're 5 individual TVs so that you create the scarcity.
Uh-huh.
And then these shirts, they all just look like the price is the price. You have to cross out the price
Oh.
and then put a new price below. And there's so much fucking yellow on this store.
Yeah, it does look like it's just been drenched in piss.
That's just, nobody likes a yellow store.
Okay.
Or a yellow shirt. And also, why don't you have any blenders?
Yeah, blenders. Okay, we need to get on that. Blenders. Gonna write that down.
No video games on sale here.
Well,
Nobody.
there's buttons and pins.
Also, I would stop branding it with "Good Morning from Hell." I would put different words on these shirts.
What kind of words are we talking here, Curt?
Like on sale.
Oh, okay.
If you put the branding, it says on sale, everyone will know that they got the shirt on sale.
So to be clear, you're saying we need to put a shirt in the store that says on sale and put it on sale?
Yes, you put the shirt on sale.
Got it?
Because the thing about the sale is it's not just the bargain.
Right.
It's people knowing that you got the bargain.
Yeah, that's a huge flex.
So-
yeah.
And all of this stuff looks like crap, so that's a good start.
Okay, good.
Thank you.
Because you don't want to sell the good stuff, you only sell the crap.
Right.
So you guys don't have that issue.
Okay, good. Thank you.
And seems like you got the most basic mug. None of those craft mugs. It's just a random cup with your logo
That's
on
the
it.
one.
That's
Yep.
good.
Yeah.
But you should always say one of however many, and then just have more. But you say 1 of 50, limited edition.
Okay.
All right.
You'll never sell 50, not with that stuff. But and then you should also say, because what you really want, what Black Friday is all about, is tearing families apart.
Right.
So that they can pursue their real love, which is stuff. Right?
Curt, these are some great ideas. You're generating some gold here.
You know what we're doing this year?
Yeah?
If you take a picture of the Thanksgiving meal where you haven't eaten any of it, and you get a video of your crying grandmother, we'll give you an extra 2% off.
2%. That's incredible. That's wow.
And also, if you bring a video to the store of you leaving the delivery room of your own child, we will give you $40 off one of those stick vacuums.
Wow.
Not a Dyson, but it looks like
Yeah,
one.
it's like a Tyson or something. It's like adjacent,
Yeah.
but not Dyson.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's great.
The company that makes chicken?
Yes.
it's a Tenneco.
Oh,
That's what
yeah,
it
yeah,
is.
yeah. That's good.
But Black Friday, remember the key is raise the price, but make them feel like you've lowered the price.
Like you've lowered the price. Wow, I've written all this down. Curt, this is incredible. You've given us some very valuable information. I cannot thank you enough for stopping by the show.
Always.
Chris, do you have anything nice to say to Curt?
Thank you for your
Don't like that, Chris.
contributions to...
Don't like that, Chris.
Don't like that, Chris.
I don't like you, Chris.
Don't like that, Chris. Don't like that, Chris. Well, listeners at home, if you want some merchandise, some Good Mornings from Hell merchandise, Curt, watch this. We're having a Black Friday sale. Whoa. So go to store.goodmorningfromhell.com. We've got TVs. We've got blenders. We've got a sale shirt that's on sale.
Really?
Yeah, no, we're having all that stuff. Just play along, Chris. We're going to have all this stuff at our store. So go to store.goodmorningfromhell.com and check out our awesome merchandise.
You're getting a bargain. You're getting a bargain.
A big bargain. A big bargain. All right, well, that's it for this week. Like I said, store.goodmorningfromhell.com. Support the show. Follow us on Patreon. You can get that at goodmorningfromhell.com. $6.66. It's awfully low price to be a cool supporter.
Man, remember when it was $9.99?
That's the spirit.
And now it's marked down to $6.66.
That's the spirit, Chris. You're getting it. Yeah, it's on sale. $3.33 off. Wink, wink. So go check us out. Hail Clayton.
Thank you so much, Zach Anner, for coming on once again. Our, I would say, annual, but we stopped doing the show for several years, but Thanksgiving guest.
I was still on. I still did it by myself.
Empty podcast room.
Yeah. So, Zach, you were on as Sigmund Freud. You were also on as the president of Turkeys. And then
I just came for the supposed finale before you guys went for this new cash grab.
Oh, that's true. So, Zach, where can people find you? Or actually, you have been making some really, really good videos on social media.
You've been telling me to go on the TikTok,
Yeah.
but I haven't figured that out. Yeah, and it's fun just telling little stories that inspire people and then coming on and doing this hell podcast.
And it's Zach Anner. Like
Yeah, that's my name.
That's his name,
No, but
Chris.
like
Yeah,
your
that's his name.
tag. Your tag. If
I think it's...
Typically, you
people
denote
look
that
at
by
that-
saying at Zach Anner, which I believe is your username. Is that correct, Zach?
Yeah, it's Zach.Anner on Instagram, I think.
Okay.
But I don't know who got Zach Anner. I can't get it anymore.
Yeah. And you're on YouTube and Facebook and everything like that.
Yeah, but, your patrons can follow me, but they don't have to.
They should follow you.
If you like this, you probably won't like the stuff that I make.
To confirm, it is at Zach.Anner. We also want to shout out James Willems. He stopped by as Chit Ohio in his riveting story.
Really funny. That James, really
That
funny. You
James
should
guy.
get him on as a main guest.
Yeah, maybe.
We will.
Maybe someday. I don't know if he'll make the cut. Also, shout out that James is over at Instagram at james.willems. So you should go check him out.
And he's doing live shows now.
Yeah.
He's doing the live shows at the Dynasty Typewriter, the the Answer For It trivia show.
You were on
it's
one.
Really, really funny. I was on the first one. But if you can get in-person tickets if you're in LA, or online tickets, just stream it and watch it with the global audience.
It's a lot of fun. It's a really fun
and
show.
it's really, really fun.
Maybe someday me or Chris will be on it and join the ranks.
I highly doubt that.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Zach. I appreciate that vote of confidence.
And next week, you can check out more of Zach on Why We're Going to Hell for our patrons only, where we're going to talk about some of our sins. So thank you, Zach, for coming on, and stay tuned next week for more Zach.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.